In here is an area that I use to photograph the plants. I've got studio lights and a black background that I can pull across and set up some proper lighting to photograph the plants. In here is the office where I can work, and also there's a couch I can sit down and prick out little Tillandsia seedlings and glue them onto fly screen cylinders that you'll see later. Outside is a series of shade houses, and on the ground here we've got a motorized sprayer that I can mix fertilizer, put it in and fertilize the plants. This is the first section of the greenhouse. The two sections can be isolated, and I've got a series of germination boxes here that are humidity controlled, and they have a temperature control, so they'll germinate quite nicely in winter. And this is also one of the germination boxes which I quite like, which is an old humidity crib that babies would have been in. It was part of the Air Ambulance Service of Victoria, and babies would have been flying around the country in this from where they were born to hospital. And at the moment there's loads of little Tillandsia seedlings in there germinating away. Once the plants come out of the germination boxes, they go into these open boxes where they have to fend them for themselves a bit more, and there's loads and loads and loads of those boxes, layers of them. One layer creates shade for the layer below, so they start on the bottom and move to the top. There's also a lot of larger Tillandsias in here, and when they flower, I pollinate them. And in one day with these plants and the Tillandsias outside, I pollinated over 700 flowers. This is the second section of the greenhouse, which was built during the lockdown. And again, miles and miles more Tillandsias. On the ground are other broms that increase the humidity. So when they come off the little seed trays, they go onto these fly net cylinders, and they just love these cylinders because there's loads of air movement through them. This is a fan which draws air from underneath the ground and blows it around the greenhouse, and in winter it cools, and in winter it heats, and in summer it cools the air in here. I've got a couple of tomatoes and peppers in here which I can grow through the winter in bathtubs. More broms on the ground. More Tillandsias, a couple of beehives outside. There's some pavers I've got to lay on the floor in here yet. And again, more Tillandsias. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what I've got in terms of the greenhouses and so on.